Okay, so Pilates. I'll just move that up while I'm talking to you. At least I can see you face to face. Okay, so floor-based, but we do a little bit of a mobilizer to get us warm first before we come down to the floor. Now, Pilates is really good if you have got like back problems, so it's going to help to realign, to strengthen the back. If you have got a back issue, just be careful and stay with a lower level, level 1, beginner. Level 2 is then up to the next level, intermediate, and then level 3 is your advanced. But you don't have to always go to a higher level to be able to work. You can work effectively at a low level all the way through if that's what you'd like, okay? Got the volume on my phone. I'm going to turn the volumes off. There we go. Sorry, I've got like a, you know when you can feel just a little piece of hair and I can't find it, but it's there somewhere. So if you've got a back issue, don't worry. If you need to rest, obviously please rest, and that goes for everybody, not just those people with an injury. Have a drink at any time. So you need to work with your breathing, with your core muscles in place and your neutral spine in place, and I'm going to help you to find those and keep them in throughout the session. I will constantly remind you guys, so don't worry, there's no worry that you're going to forget. You might not do it, but I won't let you forget. Okay? So, standing nice and upright. Toes and knees point forwards. Let me angle that down again now. Toes and knees point forwards. Shoulders should be down and relaxed, okay? Nice lengthened spine. Chin up off the chest. Morning, Marie. Hope you're okay. So nice and upright, nice and tall. Gently rock from side to side. Forwards and backwards. Find the position where your body feels like you've got an even distribution of body weight across both feet. Don't feel like you're leaning or lopsided. Then finding that neutral spine, tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards. Finding the position where your back has got that natural lordotic curve, neutral spine. Okay? Holding that in place, we then find and engage the core muscles. So the pelvic floor, the one that you've used to stop mid-flow, that muscle is the one we're looking at, okay? Imagine there's a lift attached to it, 10 floors. I want you to draw the pelvic floor all the way up to the 10th floor. It's uncomfortable, you can't maintain it for long, so you're going to take it down to the 5th floor and then down to the 3rd floor and leave it there. So imagine the 10th floor is your 100%, 5th floor 50%, and then your level 3 is your 30%. So you know you're drawing up, you can feel a slight pull, but it's not uncomfortable, and also you should be able to maintain it. Imagine you've got a belt around your middle, 10 notches to the belt. Pull it in as tight as you can to notch number 10. Take it out to notch 5, out to notch 3. Again, maintain it around about 30% engagement. Just have that tightened corset feeling around your middle. Holding from your core and your neutral spine, we then breathe from our rib cage, lateral thoracic breathing. So you're going to place your hands on your ribs, fingertips touch. You're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, open the ribs and release. Take a nice deep breath in and release. And relax the arms down. Gently begin to pedal through your feet one side to the other, raising up an alternating heel. Allow those shoulders to gently rotate one way and then the other. Lovely. Place the feet down, lift all the way up onto the toes and release. Again, lift all the way up onto the toes and release. One more time. Lift and lengthen and release. We're going to lunge forward with your left leg, bending the back knee, and then we'll add a rotation. So left foot comes forward, bend the back knee, arms come up, rotate to the left, come into the middle, step back and change. Drop the back knee, rotate to the right, into the middle, step in, left foot. So sometimes when we've done warm-ups, we've lengthened the back leg and brought the body down. This morning we're bending the back leg, keeping the body up and rotating. So you've got that spinal rotation, the hips are still. Good. And you're do one more to each side for me, please. Oh, Anna, for the first time for Pilates, try and enjoy it. Very different to the other classes you normally do. Hold it in the middle and step out to the side. It's one of those classes that sometimes you don't always feel the benefit of. But when you stop doing it, you realise you're working quite hard. Good. One more to each side. Lovely. Last one here. Coming into the middle, stay upright. 1 foot forward, point the toe, circle round, lift the knee up and balance. Toe forward, circle round, lift the knee up and balance. One more time. Toe forward, circle round, lift, balance. Ankle one way and the other. And place the foot down. Other leg comes forward, rotate round, lift the knee and balance. Toe comes forward, circle round, lift the knee and balance. Only lifting as far as comfortable for you. Hold it there, ankle one way and the other. And place that foot down. So you're going to stand towards the back of the mat for me. Breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out, begin to roll down through your back. Soften the knees. Allow your arms to just hang and relax like wet spaghetti. Only as far as comfortable for you, remember. And then when you're ready, begin the process of rolling back up. Rebuild the spine. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently roll down. Allow the arms to hang and relax. And then when you're ready, breathe in. As you breathe out, rolling up through the back, reaching the top, relaxing the shoulders, resetting. So we're going to roll down this time and we'll stay down towards the floor. So you're going to breathe in, tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out, roll down. At your lowest point, walk your hands forward, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Hopefully your hands are on something which is non-slip, but if you do feel you're sliding, adjust your hands again. So you're going to breathe in, bring the knees towards the floor but not quite touching, and then breathe out and place the feet back down. Breathe in, bring the knees down. Breathe out, take them back up. If that is too much for anybody, then you'll come on your hands and knees instead. Breathe in, round the spine. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, round the spine. Breathe out, release. So you've got a downward dog, or this one is your cat stretch. Do whichever one you can work with. Breathe in to lower the knees. Breathe out to push back. So whichever one you've chosen to do, you're going to do one more, please. And then I'd like you all to end up on your hands and knees. Good. So when you come to this position, your knees should be hips distance apart. Wrists, elbows are underneath your shoulders. And your back is in a nice flat neutral spine. Should be able to balance a tray of drinks on your back and it would stay there. Okay? So from here, breathe in. As you breathe out, push one leg out behind you and then breathe in and drag the leg back in. So I want you to breathe out, push the leg away so you can feel your tummy lengthen. And then breathe in and drag it back in. So you're creating resistance between your foot and the floor. Next level, breathe out to lengthen, raise up so it's in line with the body. Then breathe in to lower and draw the leg back in. Breathe out to lengthen and raise. Breathe in to lower and draw it back in. Level 3, slide the opposite hand out along the floor. Drag everything back in at the same time. Now remember, if you're struggling at a level, then don't go any higher. Your last option here, arm and legs straight out, raise them together, breathe in, touch them down at their furthest points and drag it back in. Now you've got to make sure your toes are touching the floor before you bring that leg back in. I don't want this. Okay? You've got to push it all the way back and then raise. Touch the toes down and then draw it back in. And all the time as you transfer from one leg to the other, make sure that you're not leaning, you're not tilting side to side. Your body weight has stayed central. So I'm going to ask you please, in your swimming, for one more on each leg, try and do an even amount on each side. When you've completed those, you're going to gently bring down those forearms, lower those knees down. Now when you do the leg pull, make sure you're looking down at the floor, okay? Now, we're only going up to level 1 at the moment because we're going to add something else. Okay, breathe in. As you breathe out, draw up the pelvis, keep your knees down. Now from here, I want you to raise one leg slightly, so you've got one knee down and the other leg is raised. Allow that leg to lower, breathe in, breathe out, lift the other leg. Allow that leg to lower, breathe in, bring out, lift the other leg. So here, try and aim for 2 breaths before you lower and swap legs. If you cannot lift the leg because you wobble to the side or it just feels under too much pressure, then don't, just hold it still instead. The leg doesn't come up high, it only lifts in line with the body. We don't have it up there because look at what's happened with my back. Completely out of alignment. Pull up through the belly button. So 4 more breaths, 2 with each side or 4 in a held position. When you've done all of those, gently allow yourself to lower all the way down onto your front. Now, you're going to be bringing your hands into the small of your back. Your legs are going to come together and your forehead will be down, okay? So you're looking at the floor. Belly button drawn up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift both legs up. Now those legs have come up. There's a slight bend to them. That's absolutely fine. It's a natural bend, which is what we need. Keeping your legs raised, they don't come to the floor until we've finished all our repetitions. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in and lengthen, but they're not lowering. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in and lengthen. So double leg kick. Working through the backs of the thighs and the bottom. Pulling up the belly button. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. You can always do one arm at a time. Sorry, one leg at a time if you need to. Try and keep those legs close together. Keep that head down. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. Once you've completed those 2, you can allow the legs to lower and you can release the arms. Then you're going to come back to your propped up position. You're going to stay either in level 1, knees down, draw up the pelvis and hold. Level 2, knees come up off the floor, breathe and hold. If you want level 3, please make sure wrists, elbows, shoulders stay in line with each other. and you can come up on your hands. But don't dip or arch the back, just hold it still. Don't hang the head. You can stay level 1, knees down, level 2, knees up. Just hold it for me, keep holding and breathing. Just need a drink, I've got a bit of sweat on. Woo. Breathe and hold. Well done. I've had a bit of a temperature for the last few days. Absolute pounding head. Oh, I've been and had a COVID test. I was required to, so I have had that done. I'm just waiting to hear back. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths, and then you can gently release. Good. And we're going to turn over onto one side. So you're going to lengthen all the way out into a nice long line. Your head is going to rest down on your arm. Your hips, your knees, your ankles are all stacked one on top of the other, while your core muscles remain engaged and your back remains lengthened and neutral. Now this top arm, this is there for your balance, okay? Point the toes away. Point the fingers away. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise the legs without rolling the hips forwards or backwards. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, kick the top leg forwards. As you breathe in, return. As you breathe out, take the top leg backwards. Breathe in to return. Now the leg hasn't got to go very far. It's just got to make sure that it remains lengthened, so don't bend your knee. Got to make sure that the bottom leg remains lifted and still, and your hips have remained in place. You're not allowing the hips to roll forwards or back. Your next option here is to kick both legs. One goes forwards, one goes backwards. Now sometimes there is a tendency to bend the leg when it goes behind you. Please avoid it. Hand could be there for your balance. Just not quite got enough room. My toe keeps touching my cupboard. Good. Breathe out as you kick. Breathe in as you return. It's not about how far you can go. It's about making your movements controlled with excellent technique, okay? So if your legs are bending, if your hips are rolling, if your breathing isn't full and deep, then you shouldn't be moving your bottom leg. Core muscles in, neutral spine in. Deep, full breaths from the rib cage. Now your breathing should be full and deep, which means your movement should be slow and controlled. So in your side kick, please complete 2 more breaths. Then legs can come together and you're going to lower them down. We're going to keep the top leg straight and we're going to bend the bottom leg. Hand comes back down again for balance. Now, with your top leg, I want you to point your toes directly forwards. So the sole of your foot is now facing the side of the room, okay? I keep moving my head, but obviously I want you guys to keep your head still. You should be looking straight ahead with the chin off the chest. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise the leg, toes point forwards. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, small but fast rotations. Breathe in and hold, and then breathe out and go back the other way. Breathe in, breathe out and rotate. So your breathing is nice and deep. When you run out of breath, the leg becomes still. You should be aiming for 5 circles. I don't want the circles to make the rest of the body move. Rest of the body should be still. Hand there for balance, or take it away, or you could take it over. Remember, toes point forwards. Hip circle, mobility and strength through the hip. Core engaged. You're on your side, so you're still working your waist. I'd like one more set of rotations in each direction. And then you can lower that leg and by all means give that hip a rub if you want to. And then when you are ready, please push yourself to sit. Now, when you come up into your seated position, legs are bent, shoulders are down and relaxed, okay? Should be looking straight forwards. Relax the shoulders down, chin up off the chest. All I want you to do is breathe in and tilt the pelvis under so you've created a C-shaped spine. Then breathe out and lower as far as you can comfortably go. Then breathe in and start to come up. And then breathe out, continue all the way up. Breathe in and tilt, breathe out and lower. Now you might be able to get all the way down, which is great, but you have got to get all the way back up again without wobbling the knees or lifting your feet. So this is called your roll up. Breathe in, tilt, breathe out, lower. Even if you're only going a short way, you are still strengthening and mobilizing through the core and the lumbar spine. Breathe in and tilt, breathe out and lower. Keep the chin up off the chest, otherwise it becomes a completely different exercise. Make sure those feet and knees stay absolutely still. Strengthening through the core. Breathe in to tilt, breathe out to lower. Breathe in, start the lift, breathe out, continue the lift. So you're coming all the way back up each time. Feet and knees are still. Deep, full breaths from your rib cage. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more repetitions, only going as far as comfortable for you. Once you've completed those 2, you're going to stay in this seated position. Good. And then we're going to come into our oblique roll-up. So same start and finish position as we were for the normal roll-up. Arms are going to come out this time. You're going to breathe in and tilt, and then breathe out, open the arm and follow the hand. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, come up. Breathe in and tilt, C-shaped spine. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe in and tilt. Breathe out and open. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, lift up. So those feet stay down. The hips, the knees remain still. And those core muscles remain in place. Working where you feel comfortable, even if you only want to go a short way. Absolutely fine. Listen to your body. Make sure both sides of the bottom stay on the floor. You're not lifting up. I'm going to ask you please for 1 more to each side. And then when you've completed those 2, carefully allow yourself to lower all the way down onto your back. Let's take the legs out straight. Point the toes away, engage the core. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift one leg all the way up, toes point to the ceiling. Breathe in. As you breathe out, begin to gently lower the leg. So you're going to stop halfway, you're going to breathe in, and then you're going to breathe out and continue to let the leg come all the way down. Then breathe in, lift the other leg all the way up, so it can lift up quickly, but the slower you lower this leg, the harder the core has to work. Good. So you're going to breathe in, leg comes up, breathe out, gently, slowly allow the leg to lower. Stop halfway, breathe in, then breathe out, continue. All the way down, point the toes away. If you want the next level, both legs come up together. They stay stuck together like glue. Keep them as straight as you can. And allow them to slowly lower. Exactly the same movement. You're just doing it with double legs. Now, with double leg, there is more effort required from your lower back as well as the core. So make sure your back remains comfortable and your tummy doesn't dome upwards. It stays drawn down. So you've got the one leg or the double leg option. If you're doing the double leg option, don't do this. The legs come up straight, they go down straight. Deep, full breaths. The slower they move, the harder the core has to work. Don't let them drop, you've got to take them all the way. One leg or both legs, your choice. Oh, I can smell coffee. Oh, you're alright if I just go and grab a cup. Oh, core muscles zipped up, pulled in and in place. Strengthen through the core and the lumbar spine. So you're going to do one more with each leg, please. One more double leg option. Once you've completed those, you're going to bend your legs and place the feet down. Now it's important when you come onto your back with your legs bent here that you find your neutral spine once again. Excuse me. Legs are bent, feet are down, shoulders down, relaxed, core muscles zipped up, drawn in and in place. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, lift one leg up into a right angle. Make sure that that heel doesn't drop down. So you've got this right angle in place behind your knee. This is currently your level 1 leg pull. Core muscles are doing the work to keep the leg in place. If you want to go further, we're going to lengthen it and hold it still. Knees should try and be in line with each other, and don't let the other knee wobble or drop to the side. If you want to go further, bring up the upper body, palms above the floor, breathe in. As you breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. As you breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're pushing your hands down towards the floor. If you want maximum, if you want the highest level, you're bringing the other leg up, but keep it at right angle for me, please. Now, an option here is to have the pulse, but to keep the leg bent. Deep, full breath in through the nose, and then a whole breath out through the mouth, pushing the hands down. It's almost like you've got a little bouncy ball underneath your hand. Don't pull the whole body. It's literally just pushing down with the hands. And in this exercise, the 100, I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. If you've gone all the way and you've got both legs lifted, bent leg down first, please. Then upper body down, and then leg back to where it started in that right angle, okay? Arms are coming up, palms are pointing, facing inwards and fingers are pointing to the ceiling. You're going to keep this leg nice and still. You're going to draw circles on the ceiling the size of a dinner plate, okay? So think about the size of your plates, or even a saucer, but no bigger than a dinner plate. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to start to circle the arms out. breathe in to complete the circle. Go the other way, breathe out, start to circle out and around. Breathe in, complete the circle. Now those arms should stay apart. You're drawing a circle with each hand. Breathing out to circle away, breathe in to complete. Circles the size of a saucer or a dinner plate. Now you've still got this leg raised. If it's too much, then take the foot down and just do the movement with the arms. Mobilise around the shoulders, around the top of the back. If you want to go further, you can have both legs up. I just want one more circle in each direction. Then you can allow the arms to lower and allow that first leg you raised to come back down. You'll breathe in, you'll breathe out, you'll bring the other leg into right angle, back to the beginning with the 100. Don't assume that you can automatically go to the high level. Build yourself up gradually, please, in case you forget something along the way. Chin off the chest, core muscles engaged, neutral spine. Stay here, absolutely fine, or breathe in as you breathe out. You can lengthen, toes pulled away, knees parallel. If you want to go further, bring up the upper body, palms above the floor, breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're pushing those palms down to the floor. Want to go all the way, bring the other leg up into right angle. If you want to go up a level but not too far, have the leg in that right angle and add the pulse from there. Pushing the hands down. Chin stays off the chest. Breathe in, breathe out to push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, push down to push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Strengthen all the way through the core. Imagine you've got a spirit level across your hips, yeah? Bubbler there, central and still. And I'm going to ask you, please, at your level, for 2 more breaths. The bent leg will come down first, then the upper body, then bring that leg back to right angle and leave it there. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the arms up. Fingers point to the ceiling, palms face in. We're circling, breathe in, breathe out, start to circle away. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, start to circle away. Breathe in, return. Arms above the chest. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in and engaged. Don't let that heel drop. Right angle behind the knee. Strengthening through the core, the lumbar spine, mobilizing around the shoulders and through the top of your back. Make sure you're going one way and then going back round the other. No bigger than a dinner plate. If you want to go further, it's not about making the movement bigger, it's about bringing the other leg up. So I'm going to ask you for one more circle in each direction. If you've got both legs lifted, one foot at a time comes down, arms float down, and then if you want to, give yourself a nice long body stretch. And then from here, you're going to turn over onto your other side. You're going to lengthen the body out into a nice long line. Head resting down on the arm. Legs lengthened, toes, knees, hips all stacked, one on top of the other, looking straight forwards. Breathe in as you breathe out, raise the legs without rolling forwards or back. Hand is there for balance, you may feel that you're able to take it away. Start with just the top leg, breathe in, breathe out as your legs lift, breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. So that top leg moves, bottom leg remains still. It comes forwards, into the middle, and then backwards and into the middle. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Keeping both legs as straight as you can. Next option is both legs. One goes forwards, one goes backwards. Point those toes away. Hand is there for balance, you don't need it, take it away. You might even be able to take it all the way over. Be honest with yourself, if your legs are starting to bend, make your movements smaller. If your hips start to roll, bring the arm down to the side if you've got it over. If you've got it off the floor, then take it back to the floor. Technique is absolutely vital. Otherwise you may as well not bother. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths, 2 more kicks. And then those legs come back together. And you're going to allow them to lower down. Top leg remains straight. That bottom leg is going to curl back. Toes point forward. Side of the foot, the palm of the foot facing the walls. The sole of the foot, not your palm. It's because I'm going like that with my hand. Good. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift that top leg. Keep it straight with the toes pointing forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, circle from the hip. Breathe in, hold. Then breathe out and rotate. Don't move the ankle or the knee. That movement is coming from the top of the leg. Goes one way and then goes the other. Deep, deep breath. So those movements come when when you're breathing out, and the leg is still when you're breathing in. So I'm going to ask you in your hip circle, your one leg circle, for 1 more in each direction. Once you've completed those, you can lower the leg and by all means give it a little rub if you'd like to. Lovely. From there, you're going to bring yourself round into that box 4 or 4's position again, okay? So we'll need to make our way to stand in a moment. Let's just take a couple of cat stretches. So breathe in, round the back, tuck the chin in, and release. Breathe in, round the spine, tuck the chin in, and release. Sit back on your heels, reaching those arms out, stretch around the shoulders and through your glutes. Good. Then you're going to curl your toes under, walk your hands back into a crouched position. So if you need to hold on to something, make sure you move closer to it, okay? When you're ready, I want you to place your feet down and then slowly begin to roll up through your back, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. And as you reach the top, head and neck raise last. Find yourself back in this central, lengthened, upright position where you've got that even distribution of weight across your feet, neutral spine, core muscles, both re-engaged, okay? Sorry for my coughing, guys. It's so dry. From here, lift up onto your toes, balance. Got tight calves from yesterday's step session. Lift up, lengthen, and release. So test your balance this time by coming up and then close your eyes. Are you as balanced as you hoped or as you thought? And release. Very well done. And well done Anna for trying something new. It's always good to give something different a go. Hopefully you've all enjoyed today. Thank you, Maria. It's lovely to see your smiley face on my screen as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. We've got that low impact conditioning class at 12, okay? And then 4 o'clock we're back with the high energy hit. So take care, have a lovely, lovely day, and we'll see you again soon.